Welcome to our master's class, where we talked about the idea of using tension in dance this week. And we practiced the idea of taking your partner, and as we are compressing, I'm compressing evenly from all sides. Jan is going to match that compression, and you're not going to see it unless you know what to look for. But as I'm matching, I'm going to squeeze my fingers so you can see I'm matching. And as I relax, and she relaxes with me. And so the whole idea here is that we're using tension to indicate stillness. So if I'm going boom and I lock in, that's inviting her not to move. And the second I relax, then we can move again and go in any direction. We talked about the fact that I think in the last series we did something where we did even a little bit of a swivel. Step, touch, step, and a rock. Step, I'm dropping, pressing, and I can hold it here as long as I want, but the compression is what tells her don't move until I release and pop her back. Boom, tune, tune, and rock. Good. Step, touch, compress. All change. Boom, and boom. Nice. And boom. Good. That was a little compression there. So it's a little different than just lunging. A compression is where I can tell her don't move, and the reason I'm asking her not to move is because I'm moving, but I don't want her to feel like I'm inviting her to move. And the second I could bring her through and just walk, I bring her down to the ground, and I basically relax my frame. We then added to that lift, so tension and lift, and we started with a salsa prep step, where I'm going forward, I roll to the side, I place my partner's weight on her right foot, and as I'm placing it, as she's transferring that weight, I'm lifting right through my right wrist here into her tricep. So I'm not lifting here, it's here. And then she's matching that tone, so again, for doing it, you shouldn't see her shoulder go up, you shouldn't see any visual sense there, but I'm lifting up. And I'm inviting her to stay on that foot, and then the second I want to swivel her through, and I bring her to the ground, and I relax, we could walk through. So I could do all sorts of times where I lift, and I relax, and it holds us in place. Good. From there, we applied the idea of this spirograph, where I'm lifting, but I'm going to be drawing a circle around Jan as I keep lifting to indicate that I'm not inviting her to go back down to the ground until I swivel her through, relax, and come back. And that's where a lot of tango is led from, this idea of tension and lift. Boom, boom, lifting. I don't have to stop or anything, I can just keep that lift going. And Jan's doing a great job of sort of keeping herself locked up and down so she's not wobbling or pushing against me. And she keeps that, and I get to balance her as we go. Okay. From there, we added the idea of if I could invite Jan to stay in one spot, I could keep lifting, and then I could collapse into my own frame. So I'm keeping the frame for her the same, but I'm collapsing my own frame. And then I'm going to step forward, and as I lunge to the left, I bring my hip to the left, but give her a wall to fall into, right? So I still have the lift here a little bit just to support, and I bring her back up on top, and I can relax, and we can do lunges like that. Out to lunge, my friends. If I really want to extend it, right? This is about trust. I can step away and see how much she good. Now she trusts me a lot there, so she's on my thigh, and I can push my thigh back. Good. Set her down. Nice. So, yeah, I think that was mostly what we did. Was there anything else that we covered?
The tango one, where you step back?
Oh yeah, the tango one. So the same thing with the tango, and we haven't done this before. But the idea is that I can give my partner, in tango usually in a closed position, so we're leaning into each other. So you're leaning up into my rib cage right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift up and invite my follower to fall into me. So if we're here, I lift. And since I'm lifting, if I step back, I'm inviting her not to take a step. Now, if Jan doesn't trust me, even in these little lunges, then I'm lifting, right? And I'm going back, and she just walks out of it. Well, she was trusting me there. I was going to have you demonstrate if you didn't trust me. Right. So don't trust me, right? So if I'm lifting, I could lift all I want. You'd just be walking your tiptoes. Like, nope, she's not going to go back because she doesn't want to. Maybe her back is injured. Maybe she doesn't trust me that I'm going to be a wall. Maybe she sees portents of bad things to come. But whatever the reason is, even when we're doing this lunge, followers always have the opportunity, if I'm here, right? If I lean over here and she doesn't want to fall, just step behind, step out of it. Right? Just keep walking and keep your feet underneath you and just walk through it. So followers always have the ability not to take that invitation. Really good class. Next week we're going to convert some of this into conversational dance, which would be very interesting. And we'll see you guys on Friday at the Culture Dance. Thanks.